Okay, so we'll go through the 60 questions and we start at question 1. So, question 1, which of the following sets of subatomic particles are located in the nucleus in the diagram A? So, we have neutrons, that's right. Neutron is found in the nucleus, proton is found in the nucleus, so the electron isn't found. So, our answer to question 1 is A. Question 2, the diagram below shows the properties of two materials. So we have material 1, properties of material 1, and these are the characteristics. Material 2, these are the characteristics. Now, we go to the next page. So let's look at them very well and do some comparison. So let's look at material 1 is iron and material 2 is sugar. So let's compare. Let's just assume. So material 1 being iron. So iron conducts heat quickly, is a solid, does not dissolve in water, and then is attracted by magnets. Alright. Then material 2 is sugar. Conducts electricity slowly, is a solid, dissolves in water, it's not attracted by magnets. So the answer to question 2 is C. And the reason why I answered it as fast as possible is because you can't do the comparison while they're on different pages. Question 3. The diagram X. Diagram X shows a torch switched on in a foggy atmosphere. The path of the light becomes visible. The scattering of the light is caused by A. Air particles in the fog. B. Dust particles in the fog. C. Sunlight passing through the fog. D. Water droplets in the fog. Now, fog is made up of water droplets. So, the scattering of the light as a result of the water droplets in the fog. So, the answer to question 3 is also D. Then question 4. There are different ways of separating mixtures. What name is given to the method of separation of mixtures in the diagram A? So on the next page, so looking at this diagram, the type of method of separation of mixtures is winnowing, D. Question 5. Which of the following statements best describes the relationship between magnetic force and Newton's second law? A. They are unrelated concepts. B. Magnetic force only applies to very strong magnets. C. Magnetic force explains why objects fall to the ground. D. Newton's second law can be used to calculate the force exerted by a magnet. The answer to question 5 is D. Question 6. How do calcium and potassium contribute to the body's functions as shown in the diagram? So to the next page. Having in mind, we are dealing with banana and a bone. Banana giving us potassium, the bone giving us calcium. So calcium doesn't have anything to do with blood pressure. Calcium hydration, no. Calcium metabolism, no. Calcium has something to do with the muscle and then helps also in blood clotting. And potassium with heartbeat. So the answer to question 6 is D. Question 7. A prokaryotic cell possesses all the following characteristics except A. Exhibits asexual reproduction. B. Exhibits sexual reproduction. C. Have genetic materials in its nucleus. D. Lack of nuclear membrane. The answer to question 7 is C. Prokaryotic cells have genetic materials in their nucleus. It's false. They don't have a nucleus. Question 8. In a pond ecosystem, algae are eaten by small fish, which are then eaten by larger fish. What is the role of the algae in the food chain? The algae acts as a producer. So question 8, C. Question 9. A fox eats a rabbit, which gets its energy from eating grass. How many trophic levels are there in this food chain? So we first have the grass to be the first trophic level, the rabbit be the second, and then the fox be the third. So the answer to this is 3. So the answer to question 9 is C, 3. Question 10. How do poles of bar magnets in the diagram show the important principle of magnetic attraction and repulsion? A. Only similar poles attract, while opposite poles neither attract nor repel. That's not true. Opposite poles attract and similar poles repel. That's true. So let's just look at the C. Opposite poles repel, similar poles attract with varying degrees of force. That's also not true. Similar poles attract, opposite poles repel. That's not true. So answer to question 10 is B. Question 11. According to Newton's second law, the acceleration of an object is directly proportional to the net force acting on it and inversely proportional to the mass. So let's just write something here. Acceleration is directly proportional to the force and inversely proportional to the mass. And this reminds us of the formula for force. So if a stronger magnet is used to repel the steel ball from question 10, what will happen to its acceleration? Now, A, it will decrease, B, it will increase, C, it will stay the same, D, it's impossible to determine without knowing the mass of the ball. So it would increase. So answer to question 11 is B. Question 12. In a bright grassland, grasshoppers go through incomplete metamorphosis, changing from egg to nymph to adult. The diagram, this diagram, illustrating the diagram illustrating these stages provides awareness into the grasshopper's development, emphasizing the importance of each stage in its life cycle. What is the difference between grasshopper nymphs and adult grasshoppers as shown in the diagram? A. Adults have fully developed reproductive organs. And accept this. Nymphs are smaller in size compared to adults. And also accept this. Nymphs exhibit a different feeding behavior than adults. Nymphs have wings while adults do not. No. Now the question says the primary difference, the main difference is A. So question 12 is A. Question 13. Samojan kicked a ball with a large force as shown in the diagram. According to Newton's second law of motion, what will happen to the acceleration of the ball? A. It will be slow because the ball is round. B. It will be very high due to large force. C. It will depend on the direction of the ball. D. It will not accelerate at all. The answer to question 13 is B. Question 14. Alasan is riding a bicycle at a constant speed. Suddenly, he was crossed by a goat and he quickly applied the brakes to help him slow down. How will you best describe the relationship between the force exerted by the brakes and the bicycle's acceleration when Alhassan applied the brakes while riding at a constant speed and being crossed by a goat? A. The force exerted by the brakes is greater than the bicycle's acceleration. B. The force exerted by the brakes is equal to the bicycle's acceleration. C. The force exerted by the brakes is less than the bicycle's acceleration. D. The force exerted by the brakes causes the bicycle to accelerate faster. The answer to question 14 is D. Question 15. A river flowing over a waterfall has a lot of energy. Which of the following energy is made from the waterfall? A. Hot water. B. Solar power. C. Electricity. D. Drinking water. The answer to question 15 is C. Electricity. 16. Miss Nancy CEDOI is performing an experiment where she adds a solid substance to a liquid. After stirring, she noticed that the solid particles were evenly distributed throughout the liquid, forming a homogeneous mixture. Which of the following terms best describes this mixture? A. Solute. B. Solvent. C. Suspension. D. Solution. The answer to question 16 is D. Solution. Question 17. In warehouses, forklifts are complex machines designed to lift and transport heavy objects as seen in the diagram Y. How does a forklift address the challenge of lifting heavy objects that humans face in warehouses? A. By relying on human strength. B. By using hydraulic systems for lifting. C. By utilizing magnetic technology. D. By utilizing telekinetics powers. The answer to question 17 is B. By using hydraulic systems. Question 18. In this experiment, car A is pushed down the track with a constant force. If you then place the bar magnet near car A, repelling it, what will happen to the car's acceleration compared to when there was no magnet? A. It will increase because the magnet attracts the car. B. It will decrease due to repulsive force by the magnet. C. It will stay the same. D. It is impossible to determine without knowing the magnet strength. The answer to question 18 is B. It will decrease due to the repulsive force of the magnet. 19. Two toy cars with the same mass are pushed with different forces. The car pushed with a greater force will A. Experience a higher acceleration than the other. B. Experience a lower acceleration than the other. C. Experience the same acceleration as the other car. Now there is D, but I can see the answer as A. So 19 is actually A. Question 20. Mr. McQuarrie was given three substances, X, Y, and Z, and was asked to identify the solute and solvent in each substance. He observes that substance X is a mixture of sugar dissolved in water. Substance Y is a mixture of sand suspended in water. And substance Z is a mixture of oil floating on top of water. Which of the following correctly identifies the solute and solvent of substance X? So he observes that substance X is a mixture of what? Sugar and water. So which of these is correct? So A, solute for sugar, solvent for water. Now, with question 20, you don't need to go further because we are looking at sugar and water here, and we are thus for substance X. So the answer to question 20 is A. So question 21. So this illustration can best be found in A, arboreal system, B, desert system, C, forest system, D, grassland. So you can see a hawk, snake, bird, grasshopper, frog, mouse, owl, rabbit, fox. So in which type of habitat do you see these group of organisms in this food web? So it's a grassland. Question 21 is D. Question 22. Which organism occupies a trophic level with the least energy? So A, eagle, B, frog, C, grasshopper, D, snake. Now with the trophic level, the organism at the peak is the organism that is at the highest trophic level, and this organism always gets the least energy because there is always transfer of energy, and the transfer of energy is such that as it moves higher, the amount of energy decreases. And the eagle is, we'll say, an apex predator. So since an apex predator, it is at the highest part of the trophic level, so it will receive the least energy. So answer to question 22 is A. 23. What are the common symptoms of hepatitis? Hepatitis has to do with the liver. And anytime there is a liver, you see jaundice, yellowing of the eye. Definitely, we have to do with the liver. So the answer to question 23 is B. 24. Which option best describes the first step in dammed reverse process to produce electricity as shown in the diagram? So to produce electricity, what is the first step? So A, construction of the dam, B, generation of hydroelectric power, C, regulating water flow, D, water flowing through turbines. So in order to be able to construct this, what's the first step? A dam is a place where water is stored. So definitely is the construction of the dam which is the first. So question 24 is A. Question 25. The greenhouse gases impact the carbon cycle by A, accelerating the process of photosynthesis, B, decreasing the levels of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, C, increasing the repeated pattern of the carbon cycle, D, trapping heat in the atmosphere leading to global warming. The answer to question 25 is D, trapping heat in the atmosphere leading to global warming. 26. This human activity contributes to the increase of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. A, recycling waste materials to reduce emissions. B, planting more trees to absorb carbon dioxide. C, conservation efforts to reduce emissions. D, burning fossil fuel and deforestation. So the answer to question 26 is D. 27. What is the role of prokaryotes in human microbiome? That is, in humans. So A, they compete with other organisms leading to infections. B, they do not affect the microbiome. C, they do not interact with other microorganisms in the body. D, they help maintain a healthy balance of microorganisms in the body. Now, prokaryotes are actually bacteria and they are found in the digestive system of humans. They aid not just humans but also ruminants and they aid in digestion. But this question is humans, so let's just stick to humans. So the answer to question 27 is D. Question 28. As shown in the diagram E, which of the following is not an adaptive feature of plants that do well in environments with little water? A, stem coated with a waxy. B, roots deep in the soil. C, leaves look like spines. D, complicated root system. So the adaptive feature that is not common with plants like this is D, complicated root system. 29. Which of the following is used in loosening the soil and cultivating the soil around growing plants and putting small amounts of compost in the soil? We have a hand cultivator, so this hand cultivator, hand fork, hand trowel, and a hand spoon. So with question 29, the answer is A, hand cultivator. So this is it. So question 30, the work input of a machine is 1000 joule. The work output is 800 joule. Calculate the efficiency of a machine. So the efficiency of a machine equals the work output over the work input multiplied by 100. So the work output is 800 joule over the work input is 1000 joule multiplied by 100. So 100 here, 1, 100 here, 10, 10 here, 1, 10 here, 80. So our answer to question 30 is C. Then question 31. The efficiency of a machine is 75%. So we know that 75% will be equal to, if the work output is what? 450. So 450 over, so with this one, the question is actually supposed to be find the work input. So let's just represent work input with X multiplied by 100. So 75 equals 450 times 100. We get 45,000 over X. So you multiply the X by the 75. So you get 75X. 75X equals 45,000. Divide both sides by 75. You are going to get 600 joule. So the answer to question 31 is A, 600. So 600 joule. That is the work input. Question 32. In the illustration provided, the electronic component that enables current to flow in one direction only within an electrical circuit is called a diode, and this is a diode. This that I'm shading is a diode. The rest of them are different components. So we have a diagram here, and we are being asked, how does the digestive system function? So it is the body's food processing system. So the answer is C. Then 34. What occurs in the absence of the parts labeled vein II? Vein II is the small intestine. So when the small intestine is absent, what is going to be the consequence? So elimination of waste from the food. B, no breakdown of food for the body cells to use. Production of energy for life. Regulating of body temperature. So the ileum or the small intestine is where the simple food substances, is absorbed through the villi into the body cells. So question 34, answer is B. 35, how does hydrochloric acid function in the parts labeled III? The III here is the stomach. So how does it? A, aids in food digestion by breaking down proteins. No. HCl destroys germs that comes with food substances. That's true. HCl provides essential nutrients. Also not true. Serves as energy source. That's also not true. So answer is B. So question 36. Which organelle in the plant cell diagram below is responsible for photosynthesis? Is the chloroplast. A. Question 37. All living cells contain the following parts except cellulose. Cellulose is only found in plant cells. Chloroplast is found only in plant cells. Cytoplasm is found in both plant cell, animal cells, and all other cells. Starch? No. So the answer to question 37 is C, cytoplasm. Now, the 37 was repeated. So we have another 37 again. And, we can still work our way around it. So 37 again. Digestion takes place in a long tube-like canal called alimentary canal. Food travels through these organs in the following order. So from the mouth to the gullet. When it's wrong, I'll stop. So from the mouth to the gullet follows that order. Stomach follows that order. Small intestine is correct. To the large intestine, then to the rectum. This is the right order. So looking at the B, this is where the confusion is. The small intestine comes before the large intestine. And this is where the confusion is. The mouth has to go through the gullet before going to the stomach. Then mouth, stomach, esophagus. So same confusion here as well. So our answer to question 37 is E. 38. The problems and disorders of the respiratory system shown in diagram T include. So we have asthma, yes. Tuberculosis, yes. Lung cancer, yes. Pneumonia, yes. Atherosclerosis is of the circulatory system. So the answer to question 38 is A. So 39. Efficiency of energy is never 100%. This is because parts of the energy put into work A are changed into other forms. B are used to overcome friction and inertia. C are used to overcome weight and gravity. D vanish into thin air without being seen. The answer to question 39 is B are used to overcome friction and inertia. 40. Which of the following does not manufacture digestive juices? So we have A kidney, B liver, C pancreas, D stomach. The kidney is not part of the digestive system, therefore does not produce digestive juices. Question 41. So a pawpaw falls to the ground from its stalk on a tree which is 4 meters above the ground. If the mass of the pawpaw is 20 kilograms and rolls on the ground 12 meters per second, calculate the potential energy of the pawpaw. And also we are told to calculate the kinetic energy of the pawpaw. So we are finding for the kinetic energy and then the potential energy as well. So starting with the potential energy. So it equals mass times acceleration due to its height. So the mass from the question is 20 kilograms. So 20 multiplied by acceleration due to gravity times the height is 4 meters. So potential energy is 2 times 1 is 2 times 4 is 8. So 800 joule. Now, so the answer to question 41 is A. Now, to the kinetic energy. Formula is half times mass times velocity squared. So half multiplied by our mass is 20 multiplied by velocity squared is what? 12 squared. 2 here, 1, 2 here, 10. So 12 squared is 144. 144 times 10 is 1440 joule. So 41, our answer is A. 42 is supposed to be 1440 joule. So answer to question 42 is C. Answer to question 42 is C. (43) Based on the information provided in diagram X, which of the following binary compounds contain 2 molecules of hydrogen? 2 molecules of hydrogen. Looking through, let's look at water. Formula for water. So 2 atoms of hydrogen. That's 2 atoms of hydrogen, not 2 molecules of hydrogen. Alright. So HCl, 1 atom of hydrogen. Sodium chloride has no hydrogen. Nitrous, no hydrogen. No hydrogen. So it's either we change the question, we change the molecules to atoms, so we get our answer to be water, or the question is wrong. So let's just say this is atoms. So answer is water. (44) Which specialized animal cell in diagram Y is responsible for transmitting signs in the body? It's supposed to be transmitting impulses. Alright. So the answer to question 44 is C, nerve cell. Question 45. What does ammonification in the nitrogen cycle refer to? A. Absorption of nitrogen by plants through their roots. B. Breakdown of organic nitrogen compounds into ammonia by decomposers. C. Conversion of atmospheric nitrogen into usable form by plants. D. Release of nitrogen gas back into the atmosphere by denitrifying bacteria. The answer to question 45 is breakdown of organic nitrogen compounds into ammonia by decomposers. 46. In a green grazing land ecosystem, grasshoppers play a key role in nutrient recycling through their feeding habits. As they consume grasses and weeds as seen in the diagram Z, which is on the next page, their actions can lead to a series of consequences that influence the nutrient cycle. How do grasshoppers contribute to nutrient recycling in the ecosystem? So we have a grasshopper here, a picture of a grasshopper on green vegetation. So A, by breaking down organic matter. B, by increasing water availability in the soil. C, by decreasing plant growth. D, by attracting more predators. The answer to this question is A, by breaking down organic matter. 47. A seasoned farmer is preparing to plant the crops as seen in this diagram. F. Below. How will the knowledge of the maturity stages of different crops help the farmer in this journey? Choose the best option. The importance of crop maturity to the farmer. So A, quality of the harvest. B, selection of crops that align with only growing season. B, selection of time of harvest only. D, selection of varieties of crops that align with the climate, soil type, and time of harvest. The answer to question 47 is D. 48. Yamansa found some tadpoles and fish in a pond as shown above in the diagram. How did the tadpoles get there? The tadpoles are in the pond. This is where you find it. A. They developed from eggs laid by frogs in the pond. I agree. Looking through, you realize that the rest is not correct. So 48 is A. 49. You are pushing a shopping cart with a constant force. If you add more foodstuff to the shopping cart, as it's increasing its mass, what will happen to its acceleration? It will become erratic, it will decrease, it will increase, it will remain the same. So we are looking at what will happen to the acceleration. So question 49, the acceleration will decrease because you've increased the mass. 50. In a calm tropical rainforest, natural factors such as closeness to large bodies of water, altitude, and dense vegetation play key roles in shaping the region's climate. These factors give to the special weather patterns and environmental conditions experienced within the rainforest ecosystem as shown in the diagram X. How does the closeness to large bodies of water influence the climate of the tropical rainforest? So it accelerates erosion. I disagree, because there's a lot of vegetation to control erosion. It increases frequency of drought. No, there's a lot of rainfall in the tropical rainforest. C. It leads to extreme temperature fluctuation. No, because of the vegetation, the cool temperature is maintained. D. It moderates temperature changes throughout the year. Yes, the rainforest is able to maintain that cool temperature throughout. So the answer is D. Question 51. Baba and Ali are discussing the colors of light. They decided to think about how they can see colors of the Ghana flag. What scientific principles helping them to see the colors? A. Diffraction. B. Mirage. C. Reflection. D. Refraction. The answer to question 51 is C. Reflection. 52. In a flourishing farm ecosystem, water and feed play serious roles in supporting the growth and reproduction of animals. Suitable access to these important resources ensures the health and well-being of the livestock, contributing to workable farming procedure. Why is water vital for the growth and reproduction of animals on the farm? A. It accelerates the aging process in animals. B. It decreases the need for regular veterinary care. C. It regulates body temperature and digestion. D. It provides essential nutrients for bone development. The answer to question 52 is regulation of body temperature and then aiding in digestion. So the answer is C. 53. How do modern industries typically differ from indigenous industries in terms of market reach? Indigenous industries mostly target niche markets for specialized products. B. Indigenous industries rely on e-commerce platforms, whereas modern industries follow traditional marketing methods. Not true. Modern industries cater to local markets while indigenous industries focus on international trade. Is also not true. B. Modern industries have a broader market reach due to advanced distribution networks. Now, if you understand all the terms that are being used, you know that D is the right answer. 54. A battery of voltage 20 volts is connected across a resistor of resistance 3 ohms. What is the current flowing in the circuit? Now, potential difference equals current times resistance. The question is asking us to find current, so we divide both sides by R. over R. R cancels R. So I equals V on R. Now the voltage here is 20. Then the resistance is 3 ohms, 3.0, so 3 ohms. Now, when you divide through very well with your calculator, question 54, you are going to get 6.7 or 6.67. So 54, the answer is D. Question 55, look at the diagrams. How will you describe them in terms of electrical connection and flow of current? So this is diagram A and this is diagram B. So A, current flows through all the devices are different. Or current flowing through all the devices are different. B, each device receives the same voltage in diagram B. C, speakers in diagram A and B are in series. D, speakers in diagram B are in series. The answer to question 55 is B. 56. Alice watches the sunrise from a calm lake. She sees the sun in the sky and the sun in a lake as shown below. Why does Alice see a sun in the lake? A. The sunlight warms that part of the lake. B. The sky spreads sunlight over the lake. C. The sunlight reflects off the lake water. D. Clouds reflect sunlight into the lake. The answer to question 56 is C. 57. In the agricultural fields, farm workers are thoroughly working on their crops under the healthy sun. Explore the tools they use to carry out their tasks efficiently. So how can farm workers best break clumps of dirt and remove weeds when preparing the soil for planting? A. By using a hoe, by using a pitchfork, by using a rake, by using a shovel. So breaking of clumps of dirt to remove weeds. The best tool to do this work is the hoe. So 57 is A. 58. It is crucial to understand the environmental impact of plastic, glass, paper, and metal waste for effective waste management. Each type of waste has distinct challenges and recycling opportunities. Proper disposal and recycling practices are vital to reduce the environmental footprint and foster a more sustainable future. How does plastic waste differ from glass waste, paper waste, and metal waste in terms of its environmental impact, especially on wildlife and ecosystem? A. Glass waste is easy to recycle, but may pose risks of breakage during handling. Metal waste can be recycled into new products, reducing the need for virgin resource. C. Plastic waste is biodegradable. C. Paper waste is biodegradable, but can contribute to deforestation if not recycled efficiently. D. Plastic waste is non-biodegradable and can lead to pollution and harm to wildlife. Everything that is being said here is actually true, but the question was on wildlife, and it's only D that has a focus on wildlife. So the answer is D. Question 59. In the field of science, which career involves researching sea life, ecosystems, and environmental conservation through observation and analysis? A. Astrophysicist. B. Biomedical engineer. C. Marine biologist. D. Meteorologist. The answer to question 59 is C. Question 60. The picture below shows an iron. When considering an ion as an example of a system, what is the input? Electricity, temperature, motion of clothes, steam from plates. Now, what is the input that gives you the output that you get from the ion? It's electricity. This is one that needs an input of electricity. So the answer is A.